Hi, I'm Justin, and this is Kate, and together we are Palms to Pierce. I am a licensed realtor in the state of Florida and have lived in the state of Florida for over 20 years, have a background in construction management and property management. Together, we have come up with a concept that we believe can help you.
Hey, I'm Kate. I am a short-term rental investor, an Airbnb superhost, and I also manage properties for others. And in doing this, I have found a lot of success. I've learned a lot, and we want to bring what we both know about the industry, especially in Southwest Florida, to others and share our knowledge, both through YouTube, but also through our property management services.
Did you just buy your first short-term rental? Well, today we're going to cover the most frequently asked questions around what to do when you first buy your short-term rental. Hi guys, I'm Justin. I'm with Palms to Pierce, and I have Kate with me today. She is our short-term rental specialist in this field, and Kate has her own properties right in this area of Southwest Bradenton. And off camera, we were just talking, and I have a lot of questions for her on how to maximize and optimize that. But before that, the most questions we get are centered around, what do I do first? How do I start this process? And so those are the things that we're going to cover today in this video. First, Kate, tell me, what do you think if I come into, I just purchased my short-term rental, as you know, I did, and I have a budget in my head. Okay, this is what I want to spend. What things monetarily are going to impact my marketability with my property the quickest?
First things that I think about when making any improvement or renovation on a short-term rental property, number one, is this going to make people book my property? Because you have to have guests in the door to make any money.
Sure.
So that's my number one thing. Number two is this going to help me get better reviews from guests? Because reviews help drive your future bookings, and it also means that your guests had a good experience there. So first, will it help me get better reviews? And then the number three thing is time. How long will this take me to do this work? And how long will it take me to get this house on the market? Because there are often many things that you could do and maybe want to do, but if that means that your house is sitting off the market for longer and you're paying it, you need to be factoring in those carrying costs as well. And so that's where making choices that you can make sure that you can get them implemented quickly, or hiring a team to get them done to do your installation of your furniture and things like that, can be really helpful to maximize your revenue in that first year.
Gotcha. So let's get real practical though. So if I tell you, Kate, I just bought this house, I have $10,000. What are the top things that you think I should make sure? So I tell you, I did that. I have 2 bathrooms that are both already updated, but I have $10,000. Where should I put that money in this home to make it the most marketable?
Here in Florida, I think outdoor spaces are very important. Many of the people who travel here are traveling to escape cold weather up north and to enjoy time outside. So making sure that you have comfortable outdoor furniture, comfortable outdoor amenities, a nice pool space, beach towel, beach furniture, or beach chairs, beach equipment as well, because people are coming here to go to the beach. So those are a few things that I would say right off the bat, because chances are that your very first photo on Airbnb is going to be a picture of your pool. And so you want to make sure that that looks good. A picture of your pool with your pool furniture or with pool toys and things in it, that's going to really capture guests' attention. Since your bathrooms are already done, I would say then I would be focusing on the spaces where the primary renter is going to be spending their time. So making sure that your primary bedroom is updated, that you have nice furniture in there, that you have a comfortable mattress, that you have a few different kinds of pillows for people to choose from. I would definitely recommend a king size bed in that primary bedroom, and just making sure when you're making those decisions, who is most likely to be leaving the review, and that's that person who's going to be staying in the primary bedroom.
Yeah, like we were talking about, I said, it's an older home, so it has, one of the shorter toilets, just for example. And I asked Kate that question. I said, should I just replace this toilet? It's not that big of an expense, but is it worth it? She says, first thing is it in the primary bathroom? And I said, no. She said, well, probably the children aren't going to leave the reviews. So, again, that's one that we could just check off the list and move on and put money elsewhere, because it's going to be better spent in a different area. Another question that I had was centered around the pool. I said, Kate, I'm worried all the doors that access the pool, for children, liability, and you start to come up with these things in your head, and then you kind of come through all that stuff hits you. But my question is, how do I manage that? And you gave me some great tips already. So why don't you tell us what those were?
Yep, some of the most important things are having your pool rules posted, making it very clear to guests if there is not a 4-sided isolation fence, or if you do not have alarms going out to your pools. That is definitely something that I would recommend. One way that we have chosen to help ensure pool safety is that we have a whole sheet in our welcome book with guidance on water safety. Drowning is one of the leading causes of death for children in the state of Florida, making people aware of that. We have a little water watcher badge for adults to take outside. It is essential to ensure that an adult is supervising children at all time. And then we also make it very clear in our listing and in our welcome book and in our signage around our pool that this pool does not have a 4-sided isolation fence. So additional supervision of children, and including pets also, is necessary near the pool. Of course, we ask people not to have their pets in our pool, but pools can be very dangerous for pets as well.
I have another question. I have a dog. I like dogs. They're great. How much does pet policy impact people's stays, in your opinion, if I were choosing whether I was going to let pets in a home for an Airbnb?
We allow pets because it does drive revenue. It helps because many people don't, and so then their homes are excluded from that pet owner's search. We charge a pet fee, and we have pet guidelines that we ask owners to follow. And in general, there are no issues. If needed, if there is extra cleaning that's required due to a pet being at the property, then we just ask our cleaners to charge that, and we either take it out of our pet fee or we charge it to the guest, depending on the extent of the cleaning that is. But it increases our revenue both by bringing in that pet fee and also then bringing in those bookings during times when you might not have been booked otherwise.
Right. I have a general question, maybe overall. So as you drive up to the home, a lot of times people book these on Airbnb, but we're talking about not only your initial, but recurring, reviews, all those things. So how much time or where do you put money into the exterior of the home? So your curb appeal.
We have put quite a bit into it to make sure that we have landscaping and nice sod in the home. I think what it does is it just gives that guest, as they drive up, the feeling of, wow, this home is well taken care of. So that overall appearance of a home being taken care of and well maintained definitely helps just that first impression of the guest, and then while they're staying here as well. So I do recommend having a good landscaper. You don't need to go absolutely crazy with tons of live potted flowers and things like that, but just ensuring that you have grass that's taken care of or mulch that's well-maintained, trees that are well-maintained is important.
But as you're thinking, I'm already in the back of my mind, like these scenarios are going through my head because we've all stayed at Airbnbs all over the country and things like that. And there's definitely a feel when you drive up, and this is a premier property that you're driving into. And then there's other times you kind of drive up and you're like, with your family in the car, is this going to be okay?
Yeah.
Is this going to work out? You have those things kind of go through your mind. So I think that really hits when you start talking about the curb appeal and the exterior appearance and what people, the feeling it gives them when they drive up.
Absolutely.
Especially as far as the recurring business.
Yeah. I've had many guests comment on that in the reviews, how much they've appreciated the landscaping. I had a guest last week actually that messaged me before check-in time. She said, I know it's not check-in time and I saw your cleaner was still there, but we drove by the house and it looks so beautiful. We're so excited for this day. And so that was really, really nice.
Absolutely. So my last question is this, just getting into it, you and your husband have already been in this for a number of years and have been going at the Airbnb side. How much time does this actually take? How much time am I going to need to devote to putting that in? Like, put it into perspective at all the things that would encapsulate running and owning an Airbnb business.
I will tell you, it will take more time than you think it will. It definitely, if you are renovating a home, all of that takes time. So you need to factor that in for your carrying costs of the home, that your contractors might not be on schedule, or if you're doing the work yourself, it always takes twice as much time as we think it will. And then another aspect of the time as well is getting the house actually set up with the furniture, hanging all the pictures on the wall, purchasing all of the things for the kitchen, unwrapping them, washing them, placing them. All of it takes time. Probably, I would say for a 3 to 4 bedroom home, I would factor in at least 200 hours just for getting the house set up. So think about that. Think about, is it worth your time to, especially if you're a remote owner, to fly somewhere and spend time, take time off work to be doing that work? Or does it make more sense to be hiring? Like, that is something that our company does because we have that experience with setting up short-term rentals, that you can hire it done and we will come in, we will hang every picture, every TV, put together your furniture and make sure everything is in place and ready to photograph.
Yeah, so what Kate's talking about, we call it like an install package.
Yeah.
Where we come in, we set up, we put together all the furniture, do all of the things that would get you ready, and then hand it off, and don't actually manage it in those situations. So we are very boutique, like you said, in that way, in that we have, you can do it any certain way that makes sense for you. So I do think that that's a great option for people that, like you said, may not want to fly in and hang pictures and, make sure all those things and details are finished. But yes, so.
Yeah. And then the other aspect of the time is once you're ready to list and running an Airbnb, it's pretty much a 24/7 job where you have to be available to help guests when they have questions. They are here enjoying your home for a very short time. They have booked this vacation that they may have saved up all year for, and so if they have a question about how the hot tub here works, and they can't just be waiting on me to answer, because then they're not using the hot tub that they paid for. And so it is really important to be available to guests. It does take quite a lot of time. And that is why property management can be a great option for people, especially if you're working another job, if you're busy with kids or family or travel a lot. Hiring a property manager can be a great opportunity for you to delegate some of those tasks so that you can just not worry about that. We take care of all of the day-to-day things. We help if a maintenance issue comes up. That's another big thing where you only have a short amount of time to get something fixed. So that's where we help with all of that, and it can really make owning a short-term rental a lot less stressful.
Absolutely. Great. Hey, well, thanks for watching this video. I hope that me learning from Kate and sharing the experience of picking her brain and understanding all of those things as I walk into this new business and investment strategy for myself. I hope that it helps you out. And if we can help you out any bit farther, we were more than happy to do so. Reach out to us at palmstopeers.com and we will follow back up with you, and hopefully we can help you, and we'll see you soon. All right.